Hi everyone, I'll be showing how to fix GRUB in EndeavourOS. If it was working before and then you get this, or if you're dual booting with Windows and it goes straight into Windows, then I'll show how you can get GRUB working again. So I'll be breaking GRUB to show you what will happen. So booting up my computer, I get GRUB, and there's EndeavourOS, and there's the Windows Boot Manager entry. So I'm going to go into EndeavourOS, log in. I'm going to open up Dolphin or File Manager. And I'm going to go into the /boot directory. This is where the boot files are located. And so there's the GRUB folder if I go into it. And this is the GRUB configuration file here. And it has all the boot entries that we saw earlier. And if I were to delete this, it says I don't have permissions because I'm not running Dolphin with elevated privileges. So I'll do it in terminal. Sudo in. Go into the boot directory and go into GRUB. And I'll remove the GRUB configuration file. And go back into Dolphin. And we see it's no longer there. And if I restart my computer, this would show up. And now going back, so if I go into the boot directory, and if I delete the GRUB folder, I'll do it in terminal again. Going back, and we see it's no longer there. And if I restart, I'll get this. And now there's the EFI folder. I'm just going to open it up. And so it says your authorization required to enter this folder, act as administrator. I understand and accept the risks. Put in my password. And so there are 3 folders here, boot, EndeavourOS, and Microsoft. And so if I go into EndeavourOS, has the GRUB ext4 EFI boot file here. And this is the bootloader that runs when your system starts up. And if I go back out, and inside the boot folder, we got boot ext64.efi. This is a fallback bootloader. This is actually the same GRUB ext64.efi file that we see here. It's just a fallback. And so here, Microsoft is known for removing anything not related to Windows in this folder. So if I were to delete EndeavourOS and the boot folders, and I'll delete and delete permanently, and now I just have the Microsoft folder here. And if I restart my computer, it'll boot straight into Windows. So I'm going to show you how you can get GRUB working again. And you're going to need the EndeavourOS installation media. So the one I downloaded is EndeavourOS Mercury Neo, and you'll need to boot into it. So I'm going to go and boot into it. All right, and so I've booted into the installation media, and I'm going to select the first option here, EndeavourOS. And to fix GRUB, I'm going to be reinstalling it. So I'll need to mount the partitions from my EndeavourOS installation. Now by default, when you installed EndeavourOS, it would use / and /boot /EFI. So most likely you'll just have those 2 paths that have to be mounted. But if you customize it or want to double check, you can review over the etc fstab file from your installation. So I'm going to open up a terminal. I'm going to sudo in, sudo su dash, and I'm going to type in fdisk-l. And this is going to show all my disks and my partitions. And locate your drive which has Linux. So I'm going to scroll up here, and I have EndeavourOS installed on my first disk here, which is seen as dev SDA. And in the first partition here is dev SDA1, EFI system. So by default, when you install EndeavourOS, it would use this partition to install the EndeavourOS EFI boot files. And then at the bottom here, there's dev SDA5, Linux file system, which is my root directory. And so I am going to be mounting this first, dev SDA5. And I'm going to be mounting it to the /mount directory, mnt. And it should be empty, so I'm just going to double check. And yep, it's empty. Mount dev SDA5 to mnt. And then go into it to an ls-al. And we see all the directories there. And then you can, from here, you can review over your etcfs tab file. So cat etcfs tab. And so here I have 3 entries, one for /boot/EFI, one for slash, and one for /tmp temp. The last one /temp, I won't need this. And so on the left side, it gives the UUID. And to find out which partition the UUID is referring, you can use block ID. So I type in block ID, and it's going to list out all the disks and my partitions. So if I do a block ID and I grep for FC84, and we see that it's dev SDA1, and so slash, which I already have mounted, so we can do B945, and we see it's dev SDA5. So I'm going to need to mount dev SDA1, and so I'm going to get out of this directory. I'm going to be mounting dev SDA1 to the mount boot EFI. And there's 4 more directories I'll have to make available under /mount. That's /dev, /proc, /sys, and /run. So I'm going to make those available. There's dev. There's proc. There's sys. And there's run. And I'm going to chroot into the mount directory. And before running grub install, I need to make the EFI variables available. So I'm going to mount them. Mount-t, EFI var fs, none, and it's to sys firmware EFI vars. And now do a grub install. Grub install. Target equals x86, 64. It's EFI. And then the EFI directory, which is /boot /EFI. All right, and we can see installation finished. No errors reported, so that's good. And if I do an OS prober, and we can see that it can find the Windows Boot Manager. And now I'm going to do a grub make config. All right, it's generated the configuration file, and I'm going to exit out of the chroot, and I'm going to reboot and go into the BIOS. All right, and so in my BIOS boot order, I have Windows Boot Manager entry first, and second is EndeavourOS, so I'll have to change that, so EndeavourOS is first, and then save changes and exit. All right, grub comes up, and I got EndeavourOS, and there's the Windows Boot Manager entry. So I'm going to go into EndeavourOS. All right, and it's booted up as expected. And now I'm going to restart to ensure I can get into Windows. Select Windows. All right, and it's booted into Windows. So that's it. That's how you can fix your grub in EndeavourOS. I hope this video was useful, and I thank you for watching. Bye now.